All right. A topic that is a frequent subject of discussion in the social media chat rooms is, what do I do with a student who finishes early? Well, there's several different scenarios. You can have an entire class finish early because the lesson didn't go as long as you anticipated, even though you had absolutely perfect lesson plans. You finished 10 minutes early because you're that great of a teacher. What do you do? What do you do if you give a project or an assignment and some of the individuals in the class who are high achievers finish early, but your students who are struggling take the entire class period? What do you do with those individuals? I'll give you some ideas. And then what do you do to motivate that student who just won't do anything? He or she basically says, not doing it. I'll address that at the end of this video. One of the things that I like to do is have group projects every 9 weeks. So every quarter, I have a group project. And the way it works is that I'll designate a couple days for those group projects that everybody can work on them. But I also set it up so that when your high achievers finish early, they can get together. Or if you have one or two on a project, they can go work on it individually while the other students who are taking the entire class period are finishing their work and add to their project. And then I'll give them some rewards to motivate them to have the best project. For instance, extra credit for the best project for a particular subject. Like the first 9 weeks, I teach ecology. I like to do what's known as a dangerous animals project. The students select a dangerous animal found in Central Florida. Then they present it to the class, and if several students pick, or several groups choose the same animal, I will select the best one to go up on the wall, and they get extra credit for that selection. I'll actually have the students vote on who gets it. I'm going to put a video, or put a link to a video discussing that if you want to try that as one of your projects. Whatever your subject matter is, you can do group work or some kind of a project every quarter, every 9 weeks, and have the students go work on that for their free time. A second thing that makes a lot of sense is uh, makeup work. I will allow students to complete makeup work if they finish early or have free time. And if I have students who are struggling, a lot of times I will call them out. I'll actually pull them up to my desk and say, you owe me X, Y, and Z. You need to get X, Y, and Z finished. And if the students elect not to, then I will tell them, look, X, Y, and Z were due a week ago. I'm being nice and giving you an extension on it. But if you do not start working on them right now, they will be due today. Another thing a lot of people like to do is have a reading corner. Take a bunch of books, put them out, let the students go select a book and read it. Basically, kind of a little bit of a casual time. Another idea, and I'll put a video to it, is brainstorm ideas with kids. Ask the students, what do you think we should do if you finish early? What are your ideas? I love doing it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Is gives the students ownership. I'll put a video talking about all of the things that I have students basically give me input so they have ownership of the class. Working on something for another class. This is especially effective if you're part of a team and you know that somebody has a particular assignment that is going to involve a lot of time outside of class. You can allow the students to work on that particular assignment or assignments from another class if they wish. Like I said, if you're part of a team and you know that somebody on your team is giving an assignment that is creating a lot of homework for them, basically give them the opportunity to work on that. And this brings me to a speech I give the students weekly, sometimes daily, about the use of their time. I call it my minute speech. I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch my video about minutes. I'll put a link to it. And then, of course, you have the student who refuses to get on task. And at that point, you're really troubleshooting behavior more than anything. This is no longer simply about using time wisely. This is about finding a way to motivate a kid. I'll put a video to what I do with those types of students. The link will be right above. Another thing that I like to do is We misuse note cards. A lot of teachers will have students complete note cards for a grade, turned in the note cards, and the students never use their note cards. This is a wonderful, wonderful time to tell students to take out your note cards when you're done with your assignment and practice them. And I'll put a video about how I have students use note cards in class. This is critically important because just checking the box for them completing them is not as the same thing as getting them to use the note cards. And then finally, of course, if you are assigning homework, this is a great time to give them an early start on their homework. I hope I've given you some ideas on how to fill in those extra minutes. And I recommend you watch that minute speech at the end of each class so that students are always on task learning. Teachers, keep being heroes. Have a great school year. Talk to you soon. Colster out.